Welcome back to another video, everybody. Here we are in the shop yet again. Today we are going to be working on the drift truck. We are going to finish the rear axle by modifying some stuff, and depending on how that goes, we're going to go ahead and get the engine ready to mount in the truck. Before I do any of that, I am going to go ahead and work on Molly. I'm going to clean her up a little bit, and then I'm going to put her old wheels back on because I think we're done with drifting that car. We're not going to drift Molly anymore. And daily driving on these wheels is weird, and any spirited driving on these wheels are weird because you got a ton of grip up front and no grip up back. It doesn't feel good. So we're putting the other tires back on, other wheels and tires back on. Now there's a slight issue for today's video. I lost my tripod mount. So this entire video is going to be no tripod. So that means it's going to be a little bit more vlog-ish because, well, I have to hold the camera. I can't put it anywhere besides on cars, which is, yeah. So lately I've been really wanting to do a couple things to Molly to make her a better daily driver because she is my daily right now and I love her, but there's some things about her that just don't make it fun to drive every day. It needs a good stereo. The interior just looks like poop. It needs a better center console and some other small things. So we're gonna do a couple of mods to make Molly a better daily driver soon. Also, sad thing, after I maxed out my caster, I never really realized it, but it must have, yeah, so my bumper's now kind of ruined. Well, not ruined, but it's got a scratch in it, and it kind of like bent it right here, so it doesn't quite line up. Come winter, I'm getting a new daily. Let's put it this way. Yesterday I recorded an episode of Battle of the Builds with a 400 horsepower Subaru. That really made me miss my Subaru, so we might get one for winter, but for now, we're gonna make her a better daily driver, but for now, we're just gonna clean it. For now, we're gonna clean the interior, and then after that, we'll put the wheels on, and then work down there. A couple exciting things that I forgot to mention. Number one, guys, 300,000 subscribers. That is so crazy. I just wanna say thank you guys so much. I couldn't be doing all of this without every single one of you guys. It's just, I'm so blessed, so thank you guys so much. I look at like my subscriber count and views every day, so it's easy to kind of take those numbers for granted. But when you think about it, 300,000 people is a lot of people. It's ridiculous, really. I just wanna say thank you. It's taken me 3 years to get here. I remember 5 years ago, I made my first video, but I remember 3 years ago when I started doing YouTube, I never thought I was gonna make it this far. And here I am, with my own shop, my own cars. I know how to work on cars. I don't know, it's crazy. So thank you guys so much. I also wanna say thank you guys. The gaming channel has been going awesome. It's growing crazy quick. Like yesterday, it got like 2,200 subscribers in one day or something crazy like that. So thank you for that. If you guys wanna check out some gaming videos and help that channel get to like 20K, I'll have a link in the description. Damn, I forgot how useful it is to have a tripod. This camera is heavy. It's like 3 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but imagine holding 3 pounds way extended for so far 7 minutes. Yeah, it's not fun. Much better. Look at that. That looks nice. I think one of the reasons why I miss the Subaru so much was because of how I took care of it. That Subaru was always incredibly clean. Like, I cleaned the interior every other day. And driving a car with a really clean interior makes it so much more pleasant to drive. And I don't clean the interior of this car nearly as much. I think I miss that. I miss having a nice, clean interior. Or just a clean car in general. So I'm gonna clean my car more. I've been so worried about like getting to the shop as fast as I can, working as long as I can, getting home as quickly as I can so I can edit as long as I can, that I forgot to just like enjoy the cars I have and take care of them. So I'm gonna do that more. But yeah, that was really good. New wheels are on. I made sure to remember to torque the lug nuts. We know how many times I've forgotten to do that. I forgot how big these wheels look in terms of actual diameter and meat. It's so good, I love it. But they're still 15s, so that's the best. Daily stuff, Molly stuff is all done. Should be nicer to drive and cleaner. Let's go ahead and work on the drift truck. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is lift this bad boy up. We are going to, first of all, trim the U-bolts because they hang down like 4 inches because I got one for a lifted truck, whoops. And then I'm gonna do some welding and some bracing on the little plate that goes on the bottom. And then I'm gonna paint those, put it all back together and mount it for its final time. Pretty easy to tell the U-bolts are way too long. I mean, they stick down way past the brake caliper. On this axle, the differential part is not in the middle. The distance between that caliper and the differential is less than this side. So the diff sits a little bit to the right. Now that's not a huge issue. I mean, the drive shaft will be fine, but that's the gas tank, that's the axle, gas tank axle. So I think we're gonna have to do a fuel cell, which I was planning on doing a fuel cell right back here anyway, but I kind of wanted to wait to keep costs down, but I guess not. So at some point we'll pull out that gas tank, mount a fuel cell right here, and do it like that. That'll be good because it'll put more weight in the back, plus race car, and it should be easier to fit an aftermarket pump in there and all this other stuff, but yeah, it still kind of is annoying, whatever. Let's go ahead and work on these U-bolts and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and start off doing some welding. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these U-bolts until I can tighten the nut with a socket, because tightening these all the way down with a wrench sucks, because there's 4 big like posts that get in the way. So probably about 2 inches off of the bottom of these. I made these little trapezoid, right? This is a trapezoid, right? I don't remember geometry, but I made these little shapes out of metal. I'm putting them on this plate like so, and then welding it on so this plate has no chance of bending in the middle where the weld seam is. Just go ahead, weld those on, clean them up, paint these up, and then put them on the car for good, the truck for good. While I wait for these beautiful things to dry, they're turning out really awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and start assembling this motor. Get as many accessories as I can onto the front, put the motor mounts on, put the oil pan on, pretty much get it as close to the engine that we're gonna buy off the internet as I can. Hood scoop or tripod. The engine is pretty much assembled. This is enough to kind of know what the final size of it is going to be. I got the oil pan on, I got the heads on, I got the intake manifold on, I got the water pump kind of on, I got the power steering pump kind of on. Couldn't find the alternator, so don't have that. Throttle body is on. Headers are on. Motor mounts are on. So I put the motor mount that had R on the right side from the front, and I put the motor mount that said L on the left side from the front. You guys can tell me if you think that's right or not. I'm pretty sure that's right. Every time I put something on, I was like, oh shoot, it's getting larger and larger, and now it is very large. But we'll find out tomorrow if it fits. I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning it up. After a little bit of cleaning, the valve covers are no longer black, but everything else is just, it's too far gone. I believe Hunter said this engine had like 250K before he gave it to me, so that's 250,000 miles of gunk just built up. So I'm not even gonna bother trying to get it off. We're not gonna use this engine for a while, if at all. Every time I try to clean like an engine in the shop, the grease and grossness just gets all over the floor, and it makes the floor look gross. At my old shop, that didn't matter because the floor was already destroyed, but this is actually a nice floor, so I don't like getting the floor dirty. Let's go ahead and teleport till tomorrow when those are dry, and we can put them on the truck. They turned out pretty good. They look, you know, they look okay, but hey, this is like the first thing I've ever had to fabricate that actually is kind of important, so it's strong and it looks nice. It's nice and glossy black, so I guess now we're just gonna go ahead and throw these in. So that is that, guys. The axle is finally in there. As you can tell, the shocks are on both sides. The shocks need to be replaced badly. They're super blown, but whatever. U-bolts are trimmed and all tightened up on there. Everything is good. New shackles, new everything. So heck yeah, that's all good. In the future, we're gonna have to figure out a brake line situation, a sway bar situation, and a drive shaft situation. But the axle itself is all in there. So that's the hard part. Or maybe it's the easy part, I don't know. Either way, I wanna see this thing on the ground, so I'm gonna try to figure something out here. I went ahead and kind of like test fitted one of the old Miata wheels, just kind of put it where the wheel is gonna go, even though it's the wrong bolt pattern and everything and wrong size. But boys, this is what it's gonna kind of look like, all right? Like so. Except these are 15s, we're getting 17s, so they'll be 2 inches wider and the car will be on the ground. It's still definitely not as low as I wanted, but it's still, the axle is on the ground right now, so this is the suspension compressed. Needs to sit for a little bit to actually, you know, get your actual ride height, but it's pretty good. So guys, that's it. We managed to pretty much assemble the one UZ so we can start putting it in the truck and building some mounts. And then we also finally finished up the rear axle swap for good. I'd call that a mission success. We still have a ways to go before this thing is running. We have to put the engine in, build motor mounts, build trans mounts, wire it up, get a fuel cell, mount the fuel cell, and mount the entire fuel system so the engine gets fuel. Do the rear brake lines, do the front coilovers, change the rear brakes, get new wheels, get new tires, a new drive shaft, and that's actually pretty much it. What we're gonna work on next is getting the engine in there and mounting it. Once I see the engine in there, I'm excited. I'm really excited. But yeah guys, as I said, that is going to be it for this video. So thank you all so much for watching. Again, thank you for 300,000 subscribers. I'll have a exclusive 300,000 subscriber thank you video coming out soon. Another really crazy thing, we're almost at 1,000 videos. I've almost made 1,000 videos. Wow. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Tell me why. Subscribe if you're new, yada yada yada. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Project Drift Truck. Bye bye.